Hello, hello, my friends. Welcome to the final sprints of Romantasyathon. I'm very excited. I'm going to be reading A Court of Mist and Fury. This is going to be my first reread of this book. I read it for the first time 2 years ago, and I absolutely love it. So I'm very excited to reread it, and I'm going to be annotating like the fancy bullet journal type annotations, and I'm so excited. So let me know if you're just joining what you're going to be reading today in the chat. Also, let me know what team you're on. Let me know how you found this readathon. How was your week of reading? I feel like this week I read 3 books so far, and I'm probably not going to finish A Court of Mist and Fury today because I'm just starting it today. But I wanted to start it regardless. Yes, I'm so excited. Also, Cami and Rachel from Raven-Haired Reader and Christina from Christina's Chapters, they're doing a 24-hour readathon today. And like these really cute sleepover slumber party vibe sprints. I don't know if they're still going on. But that would be a great way to end the Romantasyathon readathon if you wanted to like really have a strong final day. They're so cute. Monster Romance team. Hello, House of Always, Enemies to Lovers. Yep, I already know. Very, very on brand. Hi, Nikki. Didn't have a great week, but that's okay. This week has been such a week. I mean, it's just been so crazy. So I'm sending you all the good vibes. I hope that this weekend it gets better. I'm going to be continuing Court of the Vampire Queen and Heir of Fates. Nikki, you'll have to let me know how you like Court of the Vampire Queen because I wanted to like it and then I really lost my momentum with it. So I hope that you really like it. Me watching Nikki read my book, literally. I'm reading These Hollow Vows. I'm only 10 pages in and I'm so obsessed. I read that book and I loved it. I'm not going to say anything about it because like the ending was a bit wild and it really changed my perspective on the whole book, but I'm so excited for you and I can't wait to hear and see your reactions about it. So for these sprints, I have a little ASMR room for us. I'm going to do 2 40-minute sprints. And then we'll take like maybe a 5-minute break in between. So these are going to be pretty quick, but it will be such a vibe and I'm so excited. So we will get started on this first 40-minute sprint. And then just let me know in the chat when I turn on the ASMR room if it's like too loud. Just let me know and I can turn it down. But hopefully it's a vibe. It's just a very like foresty, like forest sounds ASMR room. And so I thought it would be fitting for hopefully like a good amount of romantasy books. It gave off some romantasy vibes. Also, I would love to live in a cottage, in a tree cottage in the woods like this. That is my ultimate goal. Okay, I'm going to get this started. Happy sprinting, everyone. Hello, hello. How'd we do? How many pages did y'all read? How are we finding our books?
Hello, hello.
Hi, how's your book?
It's so good. 71% in it, and I love that the enemies to lovers is still there, even when they are like starting to get along together. They are still like, no, I need to hate you. And I'm like enjoying this a lot. And the plot is really interesting. Like I thought it will be more focused on like the romance, but there's like a 50-50 between plot and romance. So I'm loving my book.
Oh my gosh. So last night I was starting a new book. Like I had to pick what book to start, and I read like 2 chapters of The Last Kingdom, or excuse me, The Last Storm. And I was like, I don't know if I'm super into this right now because I've been reading a lot of like KU fantasy romances, and I was like, I think I'm just
Mm-hmm.
gonna switch to a classic that I know I love, even though I'm not gonna be able to finish it. So that's why I switched to A Court of Mist and Fury.
But I love that you're annotating it like so aesthetically. Oh, it's
Yeah,
gonna look so good.
I'm trying to like doodle and like do all the things because that's what this book deserves. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it does deserve everything.
And I want to
Is
get
that
better.
your favorite one? Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I was asking if that's your favorite one from the trilogy, like the main trilogy.
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Okay.
Because I love Reese. I just love him. And I'm trying to like figure out how to do a more like in-depth annotation style because I feel like usually my annotations are a bit more basic, but I love looking through like when people do posts of like how I annotate or like videos of how I
Yeah.
annotate, I'm like, I love this.
Oh, yeah, I've tried.
Yeah.
I'm not that deep. I mean, I tried to do like a simple kind of annotations. I know Katie goes like into deep when she annotates books. The way she annotates like these Stormlight Archives books is like goals.
Hmm.
I want to be that. I want to do that, but I'm pretty. I would say I'm more uh I vibe more with the emotional annotation part. So I'm like, oh my god, I love these, or like, damn, or stuff like that. But and then I just underline the important things.
Yeah.
That's that's how I annotate. But like me, I don't know. I want to upgrade it, but I don't know where to start.
That's how I am too. Like, I don't know that I would ever annotate a book or a series and have it be like really dissecting the structure of like the book. So like for Akamath, I'm doing um separate tabs for Reese and Farah, for stunning quotes, for heartbreaking moments, one tab for love, and then another one for like all the feels. And then I'm doing different highlights for blue is for Reese, pink is for Farah, and then another color for like general highlights. And I feel like that's the most in depth that my brain can handle, but it's much more like you said of like the emotional stuff, and it's not like actually analyzing like
Yeah.
structure of the book and stuff like that.
Yeah, I am the same. I underline things I like. I highlight things that are important, like plot important things.
Mhm.
I tab like things I want to remember. So I tab more in like the second book than the first one,
Mhm.
usually. And then I just write in whatever place I have. I think right now the one that I have annotated the most is probably Destroyer, because I did a reread and then I was like, oh my god, the foreshadowing is so good. I was like highlighting half of the
Yeah,
book. But I mean, I I kind of want to see. I think it with a reread, it will be easier to like understand what you're looking for. So
yeah.
maybe upgrade your your annotation system will like be better. I don't know. I'm like here. I don't know if that will work, to be honest.
I totally agree. I feel like rereading a book, like for the second time or the third time, that's when you can really get into all of like your nitty-gritty thoughts and stuff, because you know what happens. It's less about like knowing what happens in the book, but like actually getting into your thoughts. I totally agree.
Yeah.
All right, let's catch up with the chat, and then we'll go into our next sprint. I'm glad that y'all like the room. Yay, welcome. Hi, Serena. I'm reading Fantasy Lover by Sherilyn Kenyon.
Yeah. One of my favorite authors. She's so good.
Oh my gosh, I love that. 15 pages of Kingdom of the Wicked. You will definitely finish it. I believe in you. Hi, Nicole, reading Serpent and Dove. Okay, that book has been on my shelves for so long, and I really want to read it. And it's just like, I don't know what's wrong with me. Like every time I'm like, oh, I'm gonna read this instead. I need to just like get my priorities straight.
I think you're really gonna like it. I think it was okay. I enjoy it a lot, but at some point, like during the tour book, I was like not really into it.
Mm-hmm.
But I finished it because I was already there. But I think it's your kind of book. Like it has like that YA vibes, but with a little bit of adult.
Yeah.
I think it's a similar pace with Akotar. So maybe that will help you to pick it and read it.
Everything about it sounds so good. It's like, isn't it like a witch and a witch hunter, and they're into like an arranged or like forced marriage? Like that just sounds stunning.
Yeah, first marriage. And in the second book is really good because a lot of things happen, and I think it's really interesting. I know there's people like that don't like it because of it looks like the author didn't do a good research related with like French history, because I think it's supposed to happen in France, but I mean, I couldn't notice anything because I'm not French and I don't know a lot about French history. So I'm like, I enjoy it, but I know a lot of people had issues with that.
Yeah, I'm not big brained enough to like know about French history, so I'll probably love it. And I've also heard from that series that people typically find the second book is their favorite. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, that one is a good one. I really like it, but the third one is beautiful too. So now I'm rethinking why I didn't like it. I don't know. I mean, now that I keep thinking about it, I didn't hate it that.
Maybe it had its moments, you know, like it had its highs for you, but then like overall you were like, I've read better series. Like I feel like after you finish a series, then you compare it to like the other things that you've read, and it's like impacted your thoughts.
Probably that's true.
Finished From Blood and Ash last night, loved it, and now I'm reading Court of Ravens and Ruin, and I have 6 pages left. That is stunning. You are finishing this readathon strong, Fiona. Just joined. Welcome. Made it to 68% in my book. That's so good. I just got to the wedding scene. So like this next sprint, I'm going to be reading about the wedding in Akamath, and I'm very excited.
Such a good part of the book.
I know. That's when everything starts. 50% in, it's just as good as I remembered. This was the first PNR I ever read way back in the early 2000s. Love that. Thank you. My annotations have really evolved a lot over the years. That's amazing.
Oh my god, 8 years.
I'm working on my annotation skills. Hello. Hi, Cami. Thank you so much for joining.
Hello, Cami.
I feel like mine looks like a lot, but it's really just emotional stuff and world building, themes, magic, foreshadowing, and predictions. And there's a multiverse that
I love how she says. I love how she says like mine looks like a lot, but it's just emotional stuff. And then she said all these. I'm like, babe, that's not just emotional stuff. You're thinking about this. I could never.
I know.
I'm gonna try it one day, but right now I can't.
That's what I did with Crescent City. Hold on, let me get my I tried to do a much more like Crescent City. I've read twice now, House of Earth and Blood, and it's like my absolute favorite. And I did stuff like that too. I did like big plot moments, recurring ideas, words and images, character development, like conflict, like all of that stuff. It depends on the book for me, you know? Like I'm gonna
Yeah,
do it.
definitely. It depends on the book. That's so true.
Nothing super crazy surrounding literature stuff. Foreshadowing and predictions is literature stuff, Katie. You're so funny.
She is a literature girl. Like, why are you fighting this, my friend? Why? It's there.
Started editing my video and read 20 pages. That is stunning.
Wow.
Gosh, I might be
It
your
is.
strength. You are. It is not a flaw, my friend. It is a
Yes.
strength. But
No, I wish I was this smart.
okay. Do we want to get into our next sprint?
Please.
Okay, perfect. Let me find where my timer went. Hello. There it is. Okay. We're going to do another 40 minutes. We'll stick with this ASMR room. I'm glad that you guys like it. And happy reading.
This is funny. Bye-bye.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
How'd we do?
Really good. I read another 20-ish pages. I'm 76% into this book, and I'm loving it. I'm not gonna lie. This may be a new favorite. I don't know.
Stunning. And you get to interview the author, don't you? Next month? This month?
Yeah, next month. Next month it's the interview, and I'm so excited for March too. I can't wait. Like, I really like that we're doing this with the book club. So, yep,
It's so
I'm so
cool.
excited.
And it's so like I watched the one with Meg Smitharian. How do you say her last name?
I think this is Mitherman, but I may be pronouncing it wrong.
It's a tough one, but she was so cute and like the conversation was so fun. I'm really excited that you guys are doing that and showcasing like indie authors as well.
Yeah, we really thought about it because when we were starting to pick like adult fantasy, what we like the first problem we had is that a lot of famous ones people already read it, so they were like not. But with indie authors, is that first of all, it's a good opportunity for them to have like free promotion kind of for their books. Also, we're supporting indie authors, and since Katie became an author, and I mean a full time author, um, I have like started to understand a lot of things about the publishing, and it's so fucked up. So that's why I think helping and promoting and buying indie authors is like so important to them, because if you think about it, that's the only way they have for you to buy their books. Like, they are not under any
Mhm.
like big publication houses or stuff like that. And I don't know, I think I have found a lot of pretty good and interesting books thanks to this book club. For example, with Destroyer, I was like, I have read like two or three books with an archaeologist as a main character,
Mhm.
and the way Destroyer is so unique. I am like, also the writing is so beautiful. And Katie already read the one of the draft for the second book, and I can wait.
Oh my god, that's so
I can
stunning.
wait. I know. It definitely has its perks because you get to chat with the author, you get to like um for example, The Last Storm is gonna have a sequel soon. So I'm gonna ask about that.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's really fun. It's really, really fun. Also, because I don't know, when I started reading, authors were like super unachievable people,
Yeah.
and like talking with one and interviewing one is so freaking amazing.
Yeah. Also, Jan, who is another one of our co-hosts for
Oh
Romantasyathon,
yes.
she recently interviewed ST Abby, and that interview is going to be like up on her channel, I think like next month at some point, and I'm so excited. I loved A Dowry of
I'm
Blood.
so excited. I love that she got to interview this author, because I think
Yeah.
I found that thanks to Jan's brains, or like one of Jan's blog, because she recommended one of her books. And it was like, I really like it, and I'm not into that kind of vibe, but I was like loving the book and I cried so much.
I
So I'm
know.
really happy. I'm really happy that she got to like, I mean, this is like a dream come true for her, so I'm so happy, so happy for her.
I know. We have a couple questions about Romantasyathon. Does it end at a certain time or does it end at the end of the day? I would say like you have until absolute end of the day today. Just make sure that you log your books in today at the very latest tomorrow morning because I'm going to be posting what team won the readathon. So I want to make sure all of y'all's books are counted. Um, hoping to finish Serpent and Dove. That was our last sprint, so we are going to be hopping off. I'm going to catch up with the chat for a little bit, and then we're going to hop off. So thank you so much for joining. I read up to page 73 in Akamath, and I'm just like eating this up. I love it so much.
I love that for you.
I've heard of this graphic
Ooh,
novel, and I love that you're loving it. I've heard it's really, really good.
I want to read it.
50% through Frost. It seems like a lot of us are very far into our books. I mean, not me, but like a lot of y'all are really far into your books. So hopefully you can finish like one more before the end of the day.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I think I'm doing some sprints at, around 5, so at the hour, because we decided to do like a spontaneous readathon because Kitty and I want to finish some books before the readathon is over.
Mhm.
So if you want to join me, I don't know until how long we are, but I usually go for long time sprints. It's probably a few hours. So if you're interested and you want to finish your books, I'm here for you.
Yes, Val will have her sprints. Val, you're the sprinting queen. Like you have been sprinting nonstop this week, and I'm obsessed with it.
I honestly I freaking love doing sprints because I get to talk with people about their books, and I have get to know so many fun friends thanks to sprints. And also because when I have time and I can sprint, I go for long times, like long hours. I think the wildest one was like once I went for like 10 hours doing sprints
Oh my gosh.
because I was like I think I got obsessed about this. But yeah, um I really like sprints, and if I can give them to people, I will, because I know we're part of the community that needs sprints to be reading because
Mhm.
I can't read without sprints anymore.
I know.
It's a
I think the
problem.
longest I sprinted for was like 6 hours one time, but I totally agree. Like I love sprints because it makes reading like a social activity because you can read for like, an hour or 50 minutes or whatever it is, and then you get to like talk about all these different books, and it just makes it so fun. Where reading is
I
usually such like
know.
a solitary activity, right?
Yeah,
So,
I really love it. Ooh.
enemies to lovers. Not recently. It was like a while ago, but yeah, there's one I mean if you guys like rewatching sprints, they're all like still on my channel, but yeah, there's one where I sprinted for like 6 hours. I was unhinged.
Wow.
You're crazy with sprints.
I
18
forgot
hours?
about
Okay,
this.
y'all are
I
wild.
totally forgot about this. Yeah, we have tried so many times to go live for 24 hours. We always fail because we do like 18, 20 hours, and then the last 4 hours we're so like drained.
Yeah. Sprinting takes it's like a lot of energy, but also like you have to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, what we did is like we did like 12 hours one day, and then the other 12 hours the other day, like not like because I could
Straight.
never.
Yeah.
I love sleeping. I love sleeping like I could never, and I usually go to bed really early. So yes, I do sleep. It's just that I wake up early and go to bed early. I'm a grandma by now, so
Okay, so Katie and Val might still be doing 24 hours soon.
we have to plan it, Katie. We have to plan it.
Sleep is for the
Sleep
weak.
is for the week.
Oh my gosh. This is my
Totally.
first sprint activity. I didn't get to all the lives, but I really enjoyed them. And yes, Val, I think I found a new obsession. Sprints are so helpful, honestly. It's kind of like
Yeah.
doing like a Pomodoro method. It's like you really focus on your activity for a certain amount of time, and then you have like a short break. It helps me so much. Like mentally, my brain is programmed like that.
Yeah. I used to study when I was in university. I studied and wrote like my thesis with literally watching people go in live and do these things, but with like productivity things. I mean, I'm not saying reading is not productivity, but I meant like studying.
Yeah.
So it was like I wrote so much thanks to these live study with me videos. So when I realized this was a thing in the reading community, I was like,
Say
I
less.
found my people.
Yeah.
I found my people.
Exactly. Well, y'all, thank you so much for joining. Val, thank you so much for joining me as well.
Thank you for
And
having me.
if y'all want some more sprints later, make sure to join Val on her sprints. And thank you so much for participating in Romantasyathon. This has been so much stinking fun. Bye,
It
everyone.
was.